Good evening and welcome to Inside the NFL. With the playoffs quickly approaching, we find ourselves wondering who Tom Brady's going to throw to. Injuries piling up and now a bunch of players from the island of misfit toys. And not so sure what's going on here. Let's take a look at the recent Patriots practice.
Why would we panic? Injuries just part of football. Everyone just needs to do their job.
Look, we've done it before, we'll do it again. This is a good football team. Just because you haven't heard of these guys doesn't mean they're not pros. Mark, you gotta get into that break faster.
I definitely put my pants.
Hurry up and run it again, Brady.
Steve, playbook.
I'm not worried about his physical talent. Just needs to do his job and he'll be fine.
Wes, how does he keep getting in here? It's the third time this week.
Did somebody say slot receiver? No, seriously, was it you? I don't remember many of my conversations. Did somebody say slot receiver?
Coach Belichick, any concerns after today's practice?
We're on the box score.
What about Brady? Can he carry the team with so little support?
We're on the box score.
Hey, Coach, if an NFL player was going to be a Jedi Master, whose name fits the best?
Orland Stockwell.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you because I probably am.
Howard Collins for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, joined by the Danets in Milford, Connecticut. The college football playoffs are all set. We've got 4 of them: Clemson, Alabama, Michigan State, and Oklahoma. Now, McLovin, you think there is parity amongst even the top 8 teams. If they expanded the field, who do you favor to win it all?
Wow. You know, I think Stanford would be a tough out, but honestly, and I'm going to be in a total minority right now, I think if you had an open field tournament like NCAA tournament, I think Ohio State would win the national title. Again. You said it. I mean, you heard it. I said it.
You said it.
You like that?
He said it.
Yeah.
You like that?
You like that? You like that?
We all like that. Well, the talk of making the jump to 8 from the 4 has been going since they tried this playoff. And Rick Neuheisel, the cerebral one, thinks he has the perfect format for the 8 bonanza.
I would have the quarterfinals all be bowl games. The quarterfinals. And how we'd get to those is with the 5 Power 5 and then the 3 at large. And I would actually secure one for a group of 5 team, just so we always have a Cinderella. I know it doesn't sound fair. They're not one of the best 8, and no one wants to share any money. But I think in terms of what captures the imagination of the American public, I would do that. If I were the czar for the day, and then I'd have a group pick the other 2, the 2 at larges. You'd have 4 bowl games that would service as the quarterfinals. Then you'd have one location that could have both games, just like they do for the Final 4 for the semis. And then I would have the home team, the higher seed, would host the game for the final.
I think that's pretty good. I would take it even further. If there's 5 power conferences, all 5 have conference title games. Those 5 conference title games become play-in games, pure play-in games, 5 spots. Then you have 3 open spots for at-large teams. That gives you a lot of wiggle room to choose, and you only have to choose 3 instead of choosing 4 or 8. So you get 5 automatics, 3 in, and then all those conference title games are always in neutral field. You take the 8 teams and do a 3-week playoff, and the first round is played at the home field of the higher seed. And I'll tell you, as much as I don't want to go to an 8-team playoff, if they did that, it would make college football own the month of December even more so than it does already.
Yeah, no argument here. Seton, the coach, didn't drop a new song on us this time, but he has done several new ones at the CBS studio. Are those days over for Neuheisel, or is he going to drop a new joint on us sometime?
Well, that's actually the big controversy right now, as he dropped some major news. And
that's the lead.
CBS, as predicted by this show, was going to try to say, oh, no, we own the Neuheisel songs now. That's our bit, which everyone in America knows that all started here. So there might be a legal battle ahead. I mean, I don't know how far we're really going to take this, but I mean, we own that bit and we own those songs. There's no way we're being shut out.
I don't know if you want to say everyone in America. I think everyone in the world knows that.
Yeah,
I think New
point.
Zealand, Australia, everyone.
Sure.
Neuheisel, their Patrick show, yeah.
All right.
In all seriousness, I think this is a real thing. I was talking with Dan about that on the way out today, and I think as much as this was a joke on the air, I don't think it's a joke. I think that if he puts out a new song and does it on our channel before he does it at CBS, he's risking his job. And I think there's absolutely zero chance that he's going to do an original song again.
Would that be amazing if Rick Neuheisel lost a job by doing an NCAA bracket pool and singing a guitar song on a pregame show?
I'd respect him, though. I mean, it may not help when it comes time to pay the bills, but he get a lot of respect from us.
But that being said, it just sort of par for the course if everybody steals our stuff and then claims it as their own. So this is just yet another version.
At least
at
least this is out in the open a little more.
Yeah. This is like they just sort of like bought the rights to the guy, and they're like, oh yeah, and that too.
Yeah, it was Chris Mannix. We built him up. He's a little bird. He's getting ready to fly. And Mike Florio, at least he's somewhat in-house. He's working for the NBC family. But, we're like a development crew. We're like a think tank without a lot of thought put into it.
CBS needs to go back to the wheelhouse. Old people, Matlock, Murder, She Wrote. Neuheisel could write a song about one of these millions of bowl games out there. Fritzy, how many of these smaller bowl games do you watch each year?
It's tough to watch some of the small bowl. I'll watch the big, the major bowl games, and with Sugar and Cotton and Rose, Orange, and all that. And I'll definitely be watching the two championship, the two semifinal games leading to the championship, and then the championship on January 11th. But when Bowling Green's involved, or Southwest Missouri State or whatever.
What are you watching in lieu of that on a Tuesday night?
I'll probably watch episodes of Victorious on Nickelodeon.
Nice.
Of course you would. She's a rising star. Oh my goodness. We're also looking ahead to see who's going to take home college football's most coveted individual prize, the Heisman. Paulie, do you have a favorite in that race?
Favorite as in, if I was guessing who's going to win, I think it's going to be Derrick Henry. It'll be kind of close. I think people around the country would like to find someone other than an Alabama running back to give it to. But when you got 2,000 yards and you play for Alabama, it's going to be hard not to win it. Mark Ingram had a lot less than that, and he won it. Christian McCaffrey got himself an invite. I think it's going to be Henry, McCaffrey, and Baker Mayfield, and maybe Watson as the 4th spot. Hopefully, and I don't think it's going to happen, is the Navy quarterback will get the 5th spot, but I don't think he's going to get enough votes.
McLovin, which is the toughest trophy to win, the Heisman or the NFL MVP?
Oh, definitely the NFL MVP, because the Heisman, every year you have a new guy. NFL MVP, it basically generally churns through like 3 guys. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. So it's not a real open field. This year it'll probably be Cam Newton, maybe Carson Palmer, and Brady in the mix. So Heisman, it's got to be someone every year, and even Derrick Henry, as Paulie points out, he's just another Alabama running back, but they got to give it to somebody.
Oh, and don't forget your boy Dalton. Maybe he gets the MVP this year. Who knows? Oh, the boy crush. All right, coming up, one lucky Danette gets to play dress up. Hey, you heading to the costume shop? Why not head there in your Ram 1500 Eco Diesel? Gonna do a Civil War reenactment. You got a lot of costumes to get. Throw them in the bed there and put a load of lumber on top of that thing. It's way out in the field, not a problem, because you got the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road. Guts, glory, Ram. We are back here in the box score. The Danettes are not afraid to throw a costume or two on over the years. And with the new Star Wars movie on the horizon, it was suggested that one of the Danettes go fanboy and put something on. Well, McLovin jumped in the box and suggested that he might be down.
I think we should put up a poll. Which Star Wars character do you want to see me dress up as? I mean, I think I'm a natural. I look like Han Solo. I have the wisdom of Ben Kenobi. Let's see. I have the ears of Yoda. I have many qualities of what's that bounty hunter's name? Boba Fett. Jar Jar Binks has been compared to me before too, but Dan wants Princess Leia. I don't get it, and he wants me in a bikini when she's chained up by Jabba the Hutt. Every fanboy's fantasy. I don't understand this at all. Dan's high on visual content right now. He wants one of us to really embarrass ourselves. So I'm thinking I might bite the bullet and do Princess Leia because it could be far worse.
I love it. McLovin continues to be a really good sport, and Princess Leia.
Oh, shut up. I'm not a good sport. I'm just trying to minimize personal damage.
Princess Leia would be great. I also was thinking Chewbacca, or maybe going off the board a little bit. I don't know if Yoda came up as a...
I'm willing to make a bet. I will bet you, McLovin, I'll bet almost anything that you have not seen. None of us in this room have seen all the Star Wars movies.
I have.
You called her Princess Leia. It's Princess Leia.
Nah, that's...
See,
Princess Leia.
I'm only saying in the movie, I've seen 2 of them, and they call her Princess Leia every single time. The first 2. I saw Star Wars.
You haven't seen Return of the Jedi?
Nope.
Empire Strikes Back?
Empire Strikes Back, where Luke...
Empire Strikes Back is the best
Skywalker loses his hand with the fight with Dad.
Yeah.
You know, that's a common viewpoint. I like Star Wars better than Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
But would you guys agree with me that Dan is hankering to see someone utterly embarrassed? I think I'd bite the bullet and do Princess Leia, just because otherwise it's going to be worse.
At a certain point, I wonder if that's really his main motivation behind still doing the show is like, how can I embarrass somebody?
Yeah.
They're like, so somebody soon's got to get real embarrassed. Like, hey, you, dress up in a bikini and
Well, he's been on a mission with the
wear a
hole-in-one
diaper
with the
for the
golf
show.
ball.
You know what'd be funny?
Hey, you.
He's been doing this running bit about if he hits a hole-in-one, someone has to run naked around the parking lot. What if we did it? And then someone runs naked and gets arrested, and the cameraman has to follow us outside. And how are they going to do that on a live TV show?
That
don't
would
have the ability.
You got to admit that'd be good TV.
Right. I'm saying, what if someone just goes, "Oh, F it, I'm just going to go outside and run naked," and Dan would have to clean up the mess.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you able to get arrested
running
posthumously? Like, do you have to get caught in the act, or will you get arrested just based on the fact that it was on TV?
if they had video evidence of you running around a parking lot naked, even with pixels, I think you could get some type of fine or censure.
Oh.
Or some kind of modeling contract.
Yeah.
Paulie, what's the one movie character you would be down to dress up as?
Oh, that's a great question. Man. I would say Jimmy Chitwood from Hoosiers, one of my favorite characters. I love the old Hoosiers silks. We had them in there a couple months ago, and I got to put on basically the Hoosiers outfit that.
Yeah, it's funny. I recall us not going Chitwood. We were much more in the Ollie.
My game was all Ollie. My game was all Ollie. I'm like Strap. I would have to pray to get any type of actual run. But wearing that Hoosiers outfit was surprisingly comfortable. I'm very white.
Fritzy, is there a classic movie character that you've dressed up as in the past, or you would dress in the future?
Growing up, like as far as Halloween and stuff, I wore those Ben Cooper with the rubber band, like Batman and Spider-Man, Superman. I was big on the superheroes as a kid for that. But as far as a movie, again, I know I've used it many times, but if I had the Italian Stallion robe, or even Apollo Creed's red, white, and blue trunks, and could be one of those guys built like that coming into the ring, I think.
Again, when you think Rocky, I don't think we cast you as once again in the Burt Young direction.
Is there another Rocky character you think would be more natural for you to go as?
I just don't.
Just off the top of your head.
You don't see the connection at all.
Little skull cap.
Rocky Balboa, age.
Yeah, you're close.
18.
You're saying you're closer to Rocky Balboa than Paulie.
30 years ago, maybe. Now I could understand why they're saying Paulie, but it really.
Do you think Burt Young he's alive? I think, right?
Yeah.
Has he ever been on the street and in some restaurant goes, do you know that there's a guy from the
Maybe they just said, "Hey, Fritzy."
Yeah, just one
Great
time.
show this week.
Just one time. I would love it. We got to call for him. Got to call for him.
Let that be a chance meeting, for God's sakes. Fingers crossed on that one. All right, stay with us. We are done mocking Fritzy. Next, we shall mock the headlines. Don't miss this. Welcome back to the Box Score. It is time for one of America's time-honored traditions, a perfect cure for your NFL hangover. Time to roll up their editorial sleeves and flex their comedic muscles between their ears. Let's do battle, shall we? Woo!
Mock Headline Battle Royale!
I give you a headline, you give me a mock headline, pretty please. Our first headline, Clemson, Alabama, Michigan State, and Oklahoma all make the college football playoff. Let's start off with Paul Pabst.
More of a comment than a headline. Thank God, now I have an excuse to stay home on New Year's Eve. Oh, thank you.
That's amateur hour out there. Seat in your headline, please.
College football payoff. Itty bitty shitty committee rolls in green.
Whoa.
Ooh, the beeper ready.
Working blue. McLovin.
Final bore. No Ohio State? What about Blandford? I feel for you, North Carolina. Who are you going to know to blame? You know what? I'm going to bail her on the whole thing.
That's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work.
Tar feel for you.
Pulitzer. Fritzy.
You win.
I went with watch them like a Hawkeye. Iowa will be. Iowa's left out.
That's a tough follow.
Iowa will be.
That's a tough follow.
Yeah, that was a tough follow. I liked yours. That's an unnecessary.
You should have gone Iowa will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was almost time problems there.
Iowa will.
Headline number 2, Warriors defeat Nets to remain unbeaten, improves to 22-0. Fritzy, right back at you.
All Barclays and plenty of bite. Golden State doesn't mind nets in Brooklyn.
Barclays.
Smattering. McLovin.
Smatter.
Curry up and lose already. I want to focus on Nuggets rookie Emmanuel Mudiay.
McLovin is angry like a man trying to return soup in a deli today. Paulie, your headline.
Don't couch it. Laid up Coach Kerr breaking records. Couch, laid around, injured, nothing.
Oh, the crowd was angry that day, my friends. Seton, your headline.
Golden shower, Warriors making it rain all over opponents.
Oh, man.
He's got his Tinkling hat on. Today's third headline, Eagles upset Patriots 35-28 in Foxborough. Seton, right back at you.
Belichick. Looks like the Patriots can't win when they don't break the rules. Losers.
Personal comment.
That's right at you, Twitter. Paulie, your headline.
Collar popped. Lowly Eagles beat fashion icon Brady.
Oh, snap.
Collar popped. I feel good about that one.
Collar popped.
Yeah, I feel good about that one.
Yeah, polo
Collar
blow.
popped.
Fritzy.
What does the Foxborough say? Uh-oh.
You're not allowed to use what does John Fox say, what does Foxborough say. You're not allowed to use any of those anymore.
I don't even really get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it either.
What do you mean? What does
The Patriots are in trouble
He
with
uses
playing
it like every
Foxborough?
3 months.
What does
again.
the Fox say?
What does John
What does
Fox
the Foxborough
say?
say? The Patriots. Don't you guys understand?
What's the joke?
The Patriots lost again. There could be panic.
There's a
in New
book
England. They've
called
lost
What
2
Does
games in
the
a row.
Fox Say?
They play in.
That's what I wanted.
There's a book called What Does the
There's a
Fox Say?
song called What Does the Fox Say?
Who sang it?
I've never heard of
You
it.
never, what does the Fox say? That was like got 10 billion hits on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, a
That's
million.
all right. I get it. And
Okay.
I've used it too much.
All right,
Ready?
rolling Gangnam style. McLovin.
Blam Madford. Tom Brady upset that he lost to the Eagles. Blam Madford.
Oh, you were cooking too.
Blam Madford?
Like Sam Bradford. He's mad.
Man,
What does
that's
the
a
Fox
loss,
say?
dog.
Blam Madford.
You know, I originally
and
thought you
final
won it on your
headline.
first one. You might have just lost it on that one.
Antonio
that's my
Brown
favorite one
slides
ever.
down goalpost after his third touchdown against Colts.
Blam Madford.
McLovin.
Ballers. Antonio Brown says HBO no after running into post. Ballers.
This is his testicles.
It was his genitalia that ran into said
That
post.
may be the
Blam
Vaz
Madford.
deference and all this. Fritz, your headline.
Hines and Lowe's. Steelers look good in spite of Antonio clown move.
That's a clown move, bro.
Follow your headline.
Balls out. Brown goes groin first into the goalposts.
Seton, wrap it up for us.
Motley Crude. Hey, Antonio, show a little respect for the game.
Yeah,
Joe
Antonio.
Smoking in the boys'
Show some
room.
respect.
Today's mock headline champion is. Oh, wait, it's going to be shared between McLovin and Seton. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You just take it until you.
Yeah, he's that Golden Showers headline, really.
Golden showers, is really.
Yes. Don't go away. If you had to choose between 2 iconic TV roles, who would you go with? We'll find out next. But first, we need to take a break and golden shower off in the distance here. Oh, the Ram Heavy Duty doesn't need to do that, though. With its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower. Doesn't need a break at all. You fill it up. You don't spill it out. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com. God's Glory Ram. All right, welcome back to the Box Score Closing Up Shop here. Tomorrow, you guys are going to have Ron Howard in studio in New York City. He played 2 classic roles on 2 iconic shows. He was Opie Taylor and Richie Cunningham. Now, Paulie, when Dan brought up the comparison of Bryan Cranston's roles on Malcolm in the Middle as Hal and Walter White on Breaking Bad, you shot him down. Why is he way off base on this?
Well, I don't think, and I've watched maybe 3 Malcolm in the Middles. I don't know the quality of the show, but I think if you asked anyone outside the general public, and they said, is this an iconic American show or not, I don't think Malcolm in the Middle would make the cut. If you told me someone was on MASH and The Sopranos, they're in.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It takes half a second to decide. You know, if you say you're on TJ Hooker, you're not in.
Whoa.
I was just saying, it's not a classic show.
McLovin, you were taking umbrage with that?
Well, T.J. Hooker, actually, it's funny, Paul. I think it's a little more iconic than Malcolm in the Middle. Because it had Locklear and William Shatter. That's two names that pop out.
You
of
don't
that.
see it. I don't think you see it replayed a lot on channels that do like replays of great shows. Like, iconic to me usually means positive.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think a show could be iconic and not have a long run necessarily.
That's true.
Can have,
Star Trek was on less than 3 years.
I thought Doogie Howser that I brought up is iconic, despite the fact it wasn't on, because like Doogie Howser became phenomenon.
I think that
like
character's name. I don't think people watch the show, but they knew about him. And
Well, you do refer to like a young smart kid as like, "Hey there, Doogie."
Yeah, whereas Malcolm in the Middle might have been more outstanding.
I agree with you on iconic with Doogie Howser. That cat, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris was branded on that show. For him to get away from that character and to become world famous for another one is impressive.
But I've noticed this car wreck coming for 5 years. Dan has been talking about Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle.
He talks about it as if it's like a shade below like Cheers, MASH, and Seinfeld is all time.
He's the weirdest
To him, it's
guy.
the fourth best show in the history of TV.
He's the weirdest guy that he hasn't seen. He hasn't seen The Sopranos, but he watched every Malcolm in the Middle.
Well, I think he met. I think he honestly. I think he had a beer with Bryan Cranston or something. I really think that's what I saw. Like I think he knows people involved with it. I think that's what happens with Dan.
If Bryan Cranston could paint my house, I would watch Malcolm in the Middle over Sopranos.
See, would you rather have a supporting role on 2 iconic shows or the lead in 1 iconic show?
That's a good question.
Holy smokes! The supporting role or the lead in one iconic show, or the supporting role in 2?
Yeah.
God,
Would you rather be Arthur Fonzarelli or Richie Cunningham
or Punky Brewster?
Or you could be Silvio on The Sopranos and Cliff Clavin on Cheers, both.
Cliff Clavin is the man.
But he was a supporting guy.
Who do you think makes more dough? That's what it's going to come down with. I'd probably be the man for 1 show, I guess. No, but then everybody refers to you as like, hey, look, it's Stinky Fido from that show. And you're like, damn, I'm going to be known as that forever, like Urkel. I mean, he's like, all right, great, I'm going to be Urkel for the rest of it. No offense, but it's like, that's got to get really annoying. Whereas when you split it between 2, it's like, hey, I loved you on this show. Hey, I loved you on that show. I'm going to go the support role for 2.
Yeah, no argument here. Fritzy, are you booking Jaleel White tomorrow? Who's on the show?
We've got Ron Howard, as you mentioned, and Reggie Miller as well will be part of the Tuesday edition from the New York City studios in Soho.
That's all you need. That's 3 solid hours right there. All right, thank you, gentlemen. We are back tomorrow right here on Audience Channel 239. Is it DirecTV? No, it's AT&T, baby. The podcast available on iTunes or podcast1.com. Cheers.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees. Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!